It is good to be back with you after taking a few months off from my video production and social media. We welcomed our son into the world on March 3rd. For those of you that don't know, my name is Tyler Johnson, owner of StillWater Financial Advisors, and very happy to say that our boy is healthy and that both he and my wife are doing well. Given that my mind has been heavily focused on him these last few months and just what it means to be a new dad, I thought it'd be great to go ahead and make my return video about planning for the education of our children. Now, I'm not going to be able to get into everything on this video, but you can always reach out if you want to take a closer look at any of the options that we spend some time talking about today. In terms of the account types that you can use for education savings, there are really four main paths. There are some other ideas out there, but there's kind of four main buckets, which are 529 college savings plans, Coverdale ESAs, which stands for Education Savings Accounts, UTMAs, which is an acronym for Uniform Transfer to Minors accounts, and then the last one is just personal savings, just creating an account in your own name and earmarking it in your mind for your child or children. For the most part, I think that the preferred route for college savings is a 529 plan, but that's certainly not true for every situation. Personal savings accounts are listed in the name of the parent or the person doing the saving, and they usually don't offer any type of tax advantages. Any gains or distributions are taxed at the owner's income tax situation. UTMAs are considered an irrevocable gift to the minor child that they can legally take possession of at age 18. I've seen some situations where this surprised parents and they had a large balance in there that their 18-year-old then got legal possession of. They weren't overly thrilled about that. But if you take distributions before the age of 18, you do have to be able to prove that it went to that minor child's benefit or best interest. Not best interest, just their benefit, really. And that account has some tax privileges. It's mostly taxed at the minor child's tax rate, which is usually more favorable than the parent or the account owners. And so that makes it a little more appealing than a personal savings account. A Coverdale ESA is a federal program where you can save up to $2,000 a year per child. In today's world, even doing that for 18 years is probably not going to get you all the way to covering education expenses, which makes this account type a little less interesting. There are also some income limitations with the account. If you make too much, you're not allowed to contribute to it. And these accounts do offer tax-free growth as long as withdrawals are used for qualified education expenses. You can spend on both higher education, college and above, but also elementary and secondary education. It's not a bad option, but the appeal has mostly gone away with the rollout and development of 529 plans. 529 plans are offered at the state level. Some states may offer tax breaks for residents who contribute, but you are not required to use the plan offered by your specific state where you live. So that means you can use any state's plan if you go out there and shop and have somebody helping guide you. These accounts give you tax-free growth like a Coverdale ESA, but they don't have any contribution or income limits. Contribution is considered a gift to the person that is receiving the 529. And so, the person that's funding it needs to be aware of gift tax rules and some of the reporting requirements around completing a gift. You can use $10,000 a year for K through 12 education expenses, but it's mostly earmarked for higher education needs. Both ESAs and 529 withdrawals can be penalized if they are not used for qualifying education expenses, with only a small amount of exceptions, specifically with the 529 plan. That's all we're going to have time for this week. I don't want to extend our video too long, but make sure you subscribe below and check back next week. I'll go in a little more depth on 529 plans specifically, since that's the primary way people are thinking of saving advantageously for education. We'll cover some things that are good to know just to help you prepare for that education savings journey. And of course, you can always reach out to me at stillwaterfa.com. Feel free to connect that way, or you can give me a call at 704-248-5553. Great to be back with you. Appreciate your time and look forward to sharing more next week.